Hello everyone. Let's start this evening. I, Radhika, on behalf of Educo Hire, welcome you all. Just want to start this evening with a wonderful quote, and I want to introduce Educo Hire with a wonderful quote. All our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. Written by Walt Disney. And that's a wonderful quote. Now I want to introduce Educo Hire. Educo Hire is a joint venture of mytrustedtutor.com and Educo Pro, where educators looking to hire teachers can post online teaching job vacancies for free, easily managed recruitment portal. And the teachers who are looking for jobs can also contact to us. It gives me an immense pleasure to announce that now Educo Hire came up with a new project, Educo Train. We at Educo Pro believe that children and students of the 21st century need different skills and different approaches. We are moving from authoritarian classroom to collaborative classrooms. We are moving from dynamics of rote learning to creative and critical thinking. Educo Train will have dynamic faculty and trainers from different streams of life, from the world of education, from the world of corporate sectors, from the world of YouTubers, freelancers, entrepreneurs, and from the world of scientists, creative artists, from the world of young achievers. Now I want to introduce our today's speaker, Neha ma'am. Neha Bangria ma'am have 8 years of corporate experience in sales and marketing and training, then shifted to training and teaching as a passion. Now she is a holistic health coach and content creator. She has conducted facilitation and coaching sessions for 1,000 plus participants. She has done 5,000 plus hours of content creation. She is an expert in training need analysis. She has created technical and non-technical content for ILT, simulations based videos, organized content for micro-learning, cafe styles, experiential sessions. She handled clients from various sectors like banking, retail, manufacturing, etc. She did certifications in stream selling, emotional intelligence, holistic health coach, basic yoga teaching training. That's really great and wonderful to know about you, ma'am. Now I want to tell what we are going to learn today. We are going to learn a lot of things today. Today's session is going to be on Ayurveda, mind body intervention, and holistic health. How to sleep better, simple diet, plain mindfulness, self care activities, healing lifestyle diseases like BP, thyroid, diabetes, etc.
Good evening. Okay, so let's start with a small prayer. As I can request everybody to please close their eyes. Close their eyes and just listen to me. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Saha Brahma, Tasmai Shri Guru Deva Namaha. Okay, so I want to know in the chat that who knows what is the meaning of this line, Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha. Please mention in the chat, does anybody know the meaning of this line? Or you can speak also. Let's make it interactive, otherwise maza nahi aayega. Guru is everything, okay? Anybody else? Sadhana is saying teacher is greater than Trimurti. Great, Sadhana, great. So Guru Brahma is the creator. So Guru is the creator. Now how is the teacher a creator? A teacher is a creator because एक teacher होती है जो the teacher is next level to God. Okay, God could not come down. That's why teachers were created. A teacher is a creator. A teacher is the creator for the path. You create a path for your students, right? A teacher is Vishnu, which is a protector. How does the teacher protect protect the students? The teacher protects the students from going on the wrong way or going into negativity. Correct? Please, in the chat, if you are with me, just give me a thumbs up. A teacher is also Mahesh. How is a teacher Mahesh or Shiva? A destroyer. How is the teacher a destroyer? आप बोलोगे destroy तो नहीं हम करते. A teacher is a destroyer of the struggles of students. Students की जो भी परेशानियां है, जो भी struggles है, उसको teacher destroy कर देता है. So basically our life, our duty, our responsibility is to destroy the struggles of students and to create a nice, happy path for them so that they can progress in life and remove the negative energies from their life. Correct? So if God has given us so much power that God is calling us God on earth, we are earth angels. We are the people who are responsible for the future of this generation, and India is majorly a youth-driven country. So the power lies in our hands. Now, if the power is with us, कि हमें आगे इनको कैसे बढ़ाना है स्टूडेंट्स को, तो हमें पहले अपने पावर का ख्याल रखना पड़ेगा या नहीं? करेक्ट? So first we will take care of ourselves because we want to first अपना जो कप है, हमारा जो ये कप है, उसको हम पूरा भरेंगे, तभी ना हम किसी और को दे पाएंगे. So first let us understand how do we balance our body, our mind, our emotions, and how do we make ourselves strong. Once we can make ourselves strong, then we can have an emotional connect with our students and guide them on the right path. Correct? अभी तक समझ में आ रहा है that why self-care is important? Why self-care is important, especially for teachers, because teachers is a very thankless job in India. Teachers को ऐसा बोला जाता है कि चल अब करियर में ब्रेक लग गया है तो अब तू टीचर बन जा. Teachers are the most creative people on planet Earth. Teachers are the most hardworking community among everybody. They are the most creative, most hardworking, most caring, but it is not appreciated. But still we keep on giving. Why? Because that is our nature. We are caring, we are loving. That is why we have chosen such profession. But our society still has to accept that, and it is accepting. With Prime Minister Modi coming up with the early education policy, things are opening up. Now teaching profession and early education is very, very, very going to be very important. Because this is a profession जो robots नहीं कर पाएंगे. बाकी सब कुछ आपको हर चीज में robots आ रहे हैं. Everywhere robots are coming. But this is a profession which requires the heart, which requires your mind, which requires your creativity, which requires a positive attitude. And that is why this profession is going to be evergreen, is going to boom like never before. Okay, so we have to take care of our teachers. Teachers are going to be very important in the future. Correct? Please give me a thumbs up in the chat. Okay. Okay, so I want to ask you one question. Abhi, see, life for me, I am a corporate professional. I have done my graduation in biotechnology. Then I have done my MBA in marketing. I have 10 years of corporate experience in sales and marketing, plus training. But somehow training was always a passion. I have taught to college students, to professors, to corporates, to leaders, to teachers. I have created content. I have delivered lectures and complete full workshops, 7-day workshops, month-long workshops, year-long workshops. So, and now due to my own health issues, because I was doing so many things, personal life, professional life, I got an autoimmune disorder called rheumatoid arthritis. And then I went into yoga and Ayurveda along with teaching. So now I am a trainer also, because training is always a passion. Plus I am into holistic healing, which takes care of your mind, body, soul. आपको अपना ख्याल रखना जरूरी है, तभी आप कुछ अपने प्रोफेशन में कर पाओगे. व्हेन यू टेक केयर ऑफ योर माइंड, योर सोल, योर हार्ट, देन अपने आप आपका करियर आगे जाएगा, बिकॉज यू आर स्ट्रॉन्ग, राइट? So I want to now understand one thing. I want the answer to the one question now. आप सबने कल लंच में क्या खाया मुझे चैट पे बताइए. What did you have for lunch yesterday? Please, and please be honest. I want to understand. I want to read the answers. And quickly, quickly. सोचना नहीं है, किसी को पूछना नहीं है. फटाफट फटाफट you have to write. Fast. Okay, rice and veggies, rice, roti, rice. Everybody is written. Anybody who's forgotten कल क्या कौन सी सब्जी खाई थी? Please write कौन सी सब्जी खाई, कौन सी सब्जी खाई. सब्जी का नाम लिखिए फटाफट 1 सेकेंड में. Can you write the सब्जी नेम? कल लंच में क्या खाया था? कल, आज नहीं. Oh, can't recall. Okay. Huh. So this looks like a people remember, हाँ? मुझे लगा किसी सब लोग भूल गए होंगे कि कल क्या कौन सी सब्जी खाई थी. So I think this group is quite active and quite mindful. Mind is sharp. So generally, you know, the point of this question was we generally tend to forget. We tend to forget अरे क्या खाया, because हम हमेशा एक थोड़े टेंशन में, हमेशा एक घाई में, we are always in a hurry. We are always in that you know, a little bit of fight or flight mode. कि अच्छा ये भी करना है, अरे ये भी करना है, यहाँ से प्रॉब्लम आ रहा है, यहाँ से प्रॉब्लम आ रहा है. ऑलवेज इन आवर माइंड देयर इज दिस कंपैरिजन, कंपटीशन. अच्छा वो आगे चली गई, मैं पीछे रह गई. सो why is the it's a good thing, it's a good thing to progress in life, but why is our mind a little bit towards negativity? Mindfulness studies ने ये बताया है कि 50% of the time our mind is mind wandering. या तो वो पास्ट में होता है या फ्यूचर में होता है, प्रेजेंट में नहीं होता. मतलब फालतू की सोच चल रही होती है माइंड में. 60% ऑफ द टाइम वी आर नॉट यूजिंग आवर माइंड प्रॉपर्ली. वी आर इन टेंशन, वी आर इनटू नेगेटिविटी, वी आर इनटू नेगेटिव इमोशंस, बिकॉज आवर माइंड इज कंडीशन्ड दैट वे. आवर माइंड इज कंडीशन्ड दैट वे व्हेन वी वर, जब हम आदि मानव थे, व्हेन वी वर केवमेन, दैट टाइम वी हैड टू बी वेरी अलर्ट, यू नो, क्योंकि खाना मिलेगा नहीं मिलेगा, कहीं से भी टाइगर अटैक कर सकता है, कहीं से भी सांप आ सकता है, कहीं से भी कुछ भी हो सकता है. इसलिए हमारा माइंड ऐसा बन गया है. वी हैव बीन इवॉल्व्ड टू बी वेरी अलर्ट एंड टू फोकस ऑन द नेगेटिविटी फर्स्ट. Our mind is made to focus on the negativity first, and then once we are born, the conditioning, our parents, our teachers, our TV, our media, newspaper. आपने कभी देखा है एक बच्चा जब बॉर्न होता है तो वो कितना ओपन माइंडेड और कितना हैप्पी रहता है? वो ये नहीं सोचता कि अरे मैं इससे बात नहीं करूंगा, मैं इससे बात नहीं करूंगा, मुझे अपनी इतनी टेंशन है, मैं गोरे लोगों से ही बात करूंगा, मैं काले लोगों से नहीं बात करूंगा, या मैं लड़की से बात नहीं करूंगा. देयर आर नो जजमेंट्स व्हेन अ चाइल्ड इज बोर्न, एंड देयर इज नो फियर. वो 1000 बार गिरता है, 1000 बार उठता है, फिर भी वो खड़ा होता है वापस. अगर वो 2-3 बार गिर जाए और वापस खड़ा ना हो तो क्या वो चल पाएगा? Will he be able to walk? No, right? And you shout at the child, still the child is loving. The child is confident. I'm not saying that he's not. He's confident, but he's loving also. He knows when to say no. अगर उसको खाना उसने खा लिया, उसका पेट भर गया, तो वो बोलेगा no. No means no. फिर आप कितना भी जबरदस्ती ठूसो, वो उल्टी कर देगा पर खाएगा नहीं. He will not eat it. Correct? And but now what is happening? Now the mom wants to feed the child 3 chapatis or 2 chapatis. तो वो क्या करेगी? मोबाइल सामने दे देगी. जब मोबाइल चल रहा होता है तो माइंड बंद हो जाता है, तो हमें पता ही नहीं होता. We are not aware of what we are doing, right? So mindfulness is to empty your mind of all the kachra and focus on the present moment. अभी क्या चल रहा है उस पे focus करना. That is mindfulness. So when you are mindful, when you are talking to me also, and you are mindful, that is why I did not make a PPT today, because आधा ध्यान PPT में होता है, आधा ध्यान लिखने में होता है. The topic is mindfulness. So when you are aware and you are in the present moment and focused, अभी क्या चल रहा है, आगे का पीछे का सब छोड़ के focused on the class, focused on the student, and you are emotionally connected, then that's a different kind of feeling that you get. Even you feel much happier, and even the person who's talking to you feels happier, because you are giving him the full attention. Your body language changes, your voice changes. Have you studied body language? Anybody aware of body language? Basics of body language? Please type yes, no in the chat. What is body language according to y'all? What is body language? Can anybody tell me? Gestures, okay. और क्या होता है? Hiral says gestures. Okay. Expressions, correct. Gestures, expression, emotions, speak according to the context, that is subject matter. The way we present ourselves, our actions, non-verbal communication. We are missing a very important point, guys, especially अपना अभी हम लोग मिल नहीं पा रहे ना. I cannot meet you, you cannot meet me. I have to meet you on the computer screen. So now there is one very important point that you're missing in body language. Come on, think. Actions. हाँ, actions are important, gestures, but कितना action करोगे? तुमको, you are virtually, you can't see the person. When you can see the person, that's a different thing. Visual cues, okay. One very important point, I don't know how people are, body language is 55% of the communication. 55% is body language. मतलब मैं अगर आपके सामने खड़ी हूँ, आप कुछ बोलो नहीं बोलो, physical appearances, correct. Emotional support, great. Interaction, yes. So after body language comes interaction, correct. Tone, speech, correct. Very nice, very nice. Now we are getting into the flow. Connect, yes. Rapport, it's called building a rapport, a rapport. Rapport बनना बोलते हैं ना, इसके साथ बहुत अच्छा rapport है. बोलते हैं ना ऐसे, अरे इन दोनों का तो बहुत जमता है. Why do you think that is? दो लोगों का rapport अच्छा कब होता है? जब उनका अंडरस्टैंडिंग हो, अंडरस्टैंडिंग अच्छा हो, एक दूसरे को अंडरस्टैंड करते हो, इंडिविजुअल अटेंशन देते हो, करेक्ट. और कब रैपो बना सकते हैं? अब जैसे ठीक है, मैं आपकी बचपन से फ्रेंड हूं, तो मेरा आपके साथ रैपो अच्छा है. बट अगर मैं किसी को आज पहली बार मिल रही हूं और वो बच्चा है छोटा, ओके, ही इज नॉट माई एज, ही इज नॉट 33, ओके, ही इज अ 10-year-old चाइल्ड. उसके साथ मुझे रैपो बनाना है. आई वॉन्ट टू मेक अ रैपो विथ अ 10-year-old चाइल्ड. मेरा नेबर है, आज ही आया है, बिल्डिंग में नया शिफ्ट हुआ है, 10 साल का है. आई वॉन्ट टू मेक फ्रेंड्स विथ हिम. वॉट डू आई डू? क्या करूं मैं? टॉक इन देयर टोन. ओके, बीना मैम, वेरी नाइस. टॉक इन देयर टोन एंड smile, okay, very nice. Smile, eye contact, very nice. There is something called as tone, there is something called as pitch, there is something called as pace. Pace is, if I am a very high energy, fast talking kind of an individual and you come to me and you talk, Neha, how are you? कैसी है? और एकदम softly बात करो, अरे मैंने मिस किया तुझे कल. I will not like it. Can you all understand? Talk in tone and the pace is also important. The speed, the energy level. If somebody is on high energy, you have to match it there. Okay. So these are some of the points of building rapport, but go a little deep now. Once you start talking to the person, how do you build the rapport with that person? These are basics. I understand. Go a little deep. How can you build rapport with a person? Empathy, similar interest and empathy. Okay, now what is empathy? What is empathy? Avoid asking personal matters. हाँ, true. Starting में don't get into it. What is the difference between empathy and sympathy? Are they the same? Are they the same? No. Empathy and sympathy are not the same. So what is the difference? Please, anybody, the person who tells me this is going to win an award from me. But it should be correct. Empathy is acting.
Sympathy is only the feeling. While we'll feel like, oh, you're power and all. But empathy means when we act to support that person, that is called empathy. Anybody can be sympathetic. But being empathetic means only people with good minds can be empathetic. Act accordingly. Whatever support is required for a particular person, that has to be done. That is called empathy.
Okay, great. She has put it very nicely. So we should actually put some clap emojis. Clap emojis in the chat box. So sympathy is saying that, Arey, bichara, if somebody is falling down, so we say ki, Arey, he has fallen down. Empathy is understanding ki, acha, how must he be feeling? Because when can you empathize with a person? When aapke saath bhi, you must have fallen down, na? You also must have fallen down. You know how it pains. Suppose you have had a fracture. So you know how it pains. So when you have gone through the same pain, then you can empathize. It's not necessary. If you want to help, it's okay. But even that genuine feeling of understanding what the person is going through is called empathy. Okay? It's called empathy. It's called connection. So now with children, how do you, what problems are you facing nowadays with children? Connection, to connect with them, to make them involved in the class. Are you all facing any issues? Any top issue that comes to your mind with children? Please chat, please send me in the chat. What are the major issues you're facing because of this COVID and everything is online? So the connection is not there now with students. So any particular problem that you're facing right now with your students? They are not motivated enough. They don't reply. They don't interact in class, and it's difficult to interact, right? Because you have to chat. And if people start talking, all the students then start talking together, correct? Ye problem hai na? Lack of longer attention span. Yes. Lack of longer attention span. Deep. Correct. Instant gratification. All this is happening because of mobile. Our attention span, this generation's attention span has reduced a lot. They don't open up. Very true. They don't open up. Correct. Hence, you cannot build a rapport with them. Correct. because they don't open up. There's this ego, there's this generation gap, maybe. That's where, you know, sometimes you have to go from the, because as teachers, we are always in the caring and the advising mode. So if we shift, they are bored easily. Very true, very true. We shift from the advising and judging and analyzing. Advising, judging, analyzing. We have to stop doing this and shift to the understanding mode and find common points. Okay, I understand how you're feeling. I understand that it's difficult to attend class online. I understand that, you know, there's so much of uncertainty. We are grown-ups, we are 30, 20 plus, 30 plus. Still are we not in tension all the time? Are we not in tension since last 1 year? Because we are feeling that we are stuck. We don't know what's the future. So students are facing a lot of issues of uncertainty. Somewhere we have to tell them, we have to make them understand, we have to motivate them that this is temporary. Let's do a long-term goal planning session. Aapke long-term goals kya hai? Forget this year. Okay, this year we are facing a lot of uncertainty, but focus on the long term. Focus on the long term. So there are long-term goal planning sessions, long-term visualizations. कि आपको 2 साल बाद, 5 साल बाद, what you want to do. This is the time where they can develop their skills. So what kind of a person you want to become? So if the child is shy, this is a golden opportunity to teach him communication skills, to make him confident, because there's a lot of time, there's free time. Correct? These are uncertain times, perhaps the most intense. Correct. I agree. So opening up is an exercise in itself. First, we have to build that rapport. We have to understand what are their pain points. And then we can give them solutions. Don't focus on giving them solutions. If we start focusing on giving them solutions right away, then they close up. They feel that somebody is lecturing them. So it's a gradual process. It's the small things, remembering names, giving a smile, playing some games. Okay, like how I am keeping the session interactive. I could have just said ki nahi, I am going to give my lecture and I am going to go. Keeping the session interactive, showing them a small positive video, and also being a little strict. You can do this one thing which has worked in my classes. You can tell them that randomly I am going to take anybody's name and tell that person to answer the question. So then they have to be alert. And if they are alert, and then you give them a small reward, you give them 5 golden points, some kind of game, you know, you have to make in class, some fun activities you have to do. Maybe at the end of the day, you have sometimes a small yoga session or a small pranayama session. Jo hum bhi abhi last mein, end mein, we are going to have a 5-minute dancing session and a very nice meditation, a very, very nice and effective meditation. तो हम वो करेंगे. So you can do that with your students. Correct? There are many things that can be done to keep the sessions fun, so that they also are relaxed. So okay, so now let's go back to taking care of our health first. Okay, because we have to give so much, we have to be so creative all the time as teachers. So how do we, creativity is a very big topic in itself. We can have another session on creativity and how to be creative and what are the exercises to keep your mind sharp. But today's class is on self-care and emotions. So let's stick to that. And let me tell you, diet, there are 4 things: diet, sleep, exercise, and stress management. These are the 4 things for self-care. Anybody has, how many hours of sleep do you all get? Can you all chat me? Can you all tell me how many hours of sleep do you all get? Please mute everybody. Mute. Only chat. Anybody has, in this group, anybody has a issue like BP or thyroid or diabetes or arthritis or any other issues? Please write.
अच्छा मुझे बताया।
Can you please mute yourself, everybody? Sleep issues. Okay, anxiety and sleep issues. Any other health issues? Any other health issues? Please write so that I understand what's the group like. Okay, so let's move on. Now, diet. Ayurveda. Anybody follows Ayurveda here? Aware of what is Ayurveda? Migraine, correct. Sleep issues. Do you all follow Ayurveda? Do you know the basics of Ayurveda? Not really. Okay. So let me tell you, Ayurveda says that we are nature. We are made up of nature, fire, earth, water. Everything is there inside us. And we have, every person is different. Every person has a constitution. Like I am a Vata personality that you can find out. You have to just Google, find my dosha. You have to just Google, find my dosha, and then you can understand. But you know what is the root cause? What is the root cause of all diseases? What is the root cause of feeling tired or digestion issues or mind is little anxious? What is the root cause? Arthritis. Mind and body. Mind, 100% mind affects the body. Lifestyle, correct. Stress. Root cause is inflammation and toxins inside our body and mind. There is inflammation. And why is there inflammation? That is called ama. That is called ama in Ayurveda. When there is a lot of toxins and those toxins are not coming out, they are just, they are inside your body, and hence your body stops functioning properly. Some or the other issue will come when there are a lot of toxins in the mind and in the body. Correct? Now, how do we remove these toxins out? You go to a detox center, you stay there for 10 days, you do the Panchakarma treatment, you remove all the toxins out. Okay. What will happen when you come back? You go to Kerala, you do the detox, you come back to your town. What will happen? Again, you start putting toxins inside your body. Correct? So that 10 days is not going to help. You can do a 10-day fast. Some people do a juice fast. Some people do a khichdi fast. That depends on your constitution. Eat light for 10 days. Stop eating milk, wheat, maida, and fried. This also is a kind of fast. So if you stop eating the heavy food and only focus on fruits, vegetables, pure ghee and pure milk, and you can have little bit of millets. You know what are millets? Millets are very good. If you can avoid rice and roti for some time, if you want to detox your body, and just have millets. What are millets? Jawari, bajra, bhagar, sab. You know millets, right? Yeah, nachni. These are all millets. So there are many millets. I have just named 4. There are many millets. If you write millets on Amazon, 10 variety will come. Small millet, finger millet, little millets, kodo millets, and they are such small seeds. You know, you just put them in water, put a little salt and haldi and all the spices that you want and boil them. Finish. 10 minutes mein they are cooked, and they are very easy. I don't know if they are grains, but not rice and roti. I think there's one kind of seeds. And lot of fruits and vegetables. We have very less fruits and vegetables in the Indian diet, and we are very scared of good fats. What are good fats? Can you all please tell me what are good fats? Can you all tell me what are good fats? Anybody knows in the group what are good fats? Especially for teachers, good fats are very important because the brain is made up of 70% fats. And you stop eating fats and then you go crazy. Good fats are A2 desi cow ghee, olive oil, flax seeds, any kind of nuts and seeds, almonds, walnuts, flax seeds, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, chia seeds, any kind of handful of nuts and seeds every day, just mixer में पीस के एक डब्बे में भर के आप रख लो. Put it on your salad, put it on your soup, put it in your smoothie. Just take 2-3 fruits, put the fruits in a mixer, put the seeds and nuts का mixture. ये mixture बना के रख लो. 2-3 seeds and nuts, almond, walnut, cashews. Cashews, peanuts are not bad. As peanuts, you have to thoda come if you have thyroid. Cashews and peanuts are not. No food is bad. What goes bad is imbalance. When there is imbalance, when we eat too much of the bad food and don't eat the right food, then there is imbalance in the body, right? So, and in the mind also there is imbalance. We are consuming too much of the negativity, too much of unnecessary information. We are not able to sort it out. We have to keep only what is necessary and what gives you happiness. Refined oils, refined vegetable oils, dalda, all these are not good. Oils you have to reduce, and even if you are having them, don't have refined, have filter oil. Okay, and maida and wheat are maida especially is very bad. Junk food, anything which comes in a packet. Agar aapko packet, chips ka packet, all this is very bad. Okay. And also it depends on your constitution. Like if you are a Vata personality, you have to have a very hot food with lot of spices. But if you are a Pitta personality, having a lot of spices will aggravate your Pitta, will aggravate your acidity, right? So the root cause of all diseases is indigestion, or when your digestive system slows down. You're eating so much junk, you're eating the bad food at the bad timing, then your digestion system slows down, metabolism slows down. Correct? That is when toxins are created in the body. Nutrients are not reaching your proper places where they should reach. Also, timing is important. When do you have your dinner? Please write, when do you have your dinner? What time do you have your dinner? 8 p.m., 9 p.m., 10 p.m. So there has to be 3 hours of gap. There has to be 3 hours of gap. Around sunset, if you can have your dinner, it's best. Uske baad, if you are again hungry, have some little bit of nuts or makhana, or have green tea, or have a small glass of milk, diluted milk, with little haldi and black pepper. Okay. 9 to 10. Okay. So sleeping late is also an issue, because if you sleep early and if you get up early, then the detox happens in the body. If you sleep late, wo detox period, there is a window where the body detoxes. And if you miss that window because you're sleeping late, then it's gone. Portion size is also important. How much do you eat is also important. Don't eat too much at one time. Okay? When you're eating and you still feel that, I'm a little more hungry, stop. Because you have to keep 1/3 of your stomach empty for it to digest, for it to churn. Correct? Japanese, they have this thing, when you are 80% full. In Japan, when you're 80% full, they stop eating, because mind ko signal bhejne mein ki acha, you are full. There is a hormone which sends the signal ki okay, now you're full. Now there is no more hunger. It takes 20 minutes for the mind to send that signal. And we don't need 20 minutes to eat. If you're eating nicely, chewing your food, then it's okay. But the mind will send the signal after 20 minutes. So till that time, you have eaten a lot. So that is why they say that, when you're 80% full, stop. It takes 20 minutes for the mind to send the signal to your stomach, stop eating. And always try to eat in a small plate or in a small bowl. Don't take a big plate. Don't take too many servings. Eat in a small plate or a small bowl. Okay. When there is, eat mindfully. When you are sitting down to eat, do not be distracted with your phone. Sorry. Do not be distracted, I'm saying, with your phone. Just focus on the taste. Do you know there are 6 tastes in Ayurveda? And when you mix those 6 tastes, there are 64 flavors. So enjoy the flavor, enjoy the company. What is mindfulness? Mindfulness is to be aware of what you're eating. When you're walking, to be aware of your surroundings. That is mindfulness. Awareness is to empty your mind, not keep your mind full. You know what is your eyes? You know what are the good foods for your eyes? Because teachers have to use their eyes a lot. What are the 3 best foods for your eyes? Anybody knows? It is leafy vegetables, yes, vitamin A, but it is best according to Ayurveda is ghee, amla and moong dal. Ghee, amla and moong dal. Do a lot of exercises for your eyes. Your eyes tend to become very dry. You can put a little bit of pure ghee or eye drops, Ayurvedic eye drops before you sleep. Relax your eyes. Do some exercises for the eyes. And people who said sleep issues, let me tell you, if you do, when you're sleeping, do left nostril breathing. Try that. Do some meditations or chanting to a nice soothing music. Have chamomile tea or have milk. Or if you know jaifal hota hai na, nutmeg. So take jaifal in water and drink that water. It will help you to sleep. Pumpkin seeds and almonds also help you to sleep. Pumpkin seeds and almonds because they have tryptophan. Magnesium helps you to sleep. So overall, keep a balanced, healthy diet. Eat a lot of veggies, eat a lot of fruits, eat a lot of fiber, good fats, probiotics. You know what are probiotics? Fermented vegetables, fermented pickles, idli, dosa, include that. Fermented, not much, but some part. They are good for digestion. Include a lot of greens. Such a simple thing it is. It's not rocket science. We forget the fruits and vegetables. And we forget the nuts and seeds. So breakfast, lunch, dinner. In the evening when you're hungry, or if you're hungry between breakfast and lunch, have one fruit. Have one fruit. Have little bit of nuts. Between breakfast and lunch, have one fruit and some nuts. फिर शाम को 4 or 5 PM again have one fruit and nuts. Don't forget the fruits and vegetables. Increase the quantity of, they make your system alkaline. Also because of fresh food, because of the dirty food that and the stale food that we put into our system, oxidation, somebody wrote here oxidation. So you have to put a lot of antioxidants. If you have a iron kadai and if you keep it wet, what will happen? It will rust, it will decay. Correct? So similarly, when oxidation happens, because you're not eating fresh food, pesticides are going inside, the water is polluted. If possible, boil the water, cool it, or drink the water in that matka. That makes it alkaline. जो मटका होता है ना, clay pot. Copper morning में 1 glass of copper water you can have. So alkaline, you have to make the body alkaline. So a lot of oxidation is happening in the body. So what are the best antioxidants? As soon as you have your food, have little bit of tulsi. 1 tulsi or 2 tulsi. Tulsi is very high in antioxidants. Have green tea. Have tulsi. Have herbal teas. Sugar is very bad and maida is very bad. So keep it less. If you can't avoid it, keep it less. So because when you have the energy, then only you can transfer the energy to your children, to your students, to your family, right? So first you have to take care of yourself. So this is about sleep. There are many asanas, yoga asanas, which will help you in sleeping. Shavasana is there, Shirshasana is there. Yoga Nidra is there. There is something called as Yoga Nidra where you visualize your day. Journaling helps a lot. Do anybody journals here? Diary? Anybody maintains a diary? No one? Okay. So what is journaling? What is journaling? अगर आपने सुना है, have you all, do you know this word? Journaling? Just research. You know what is journaling? Journaling is just writing small things but daily. Now what can you write daily? In the morning you can write, today I am going to have a great day. Today I am going to do this 3 things. Just 3 things. Don't write too many. And end of the day, go back to the journal, say what you have done, what you have not done, how was your mood today? Anger, was it angry? If it was angry, why? Who made you angry? How did you handle the situation? Were you calm? Did you handle it well? What did you learn today? Did you learn anything new today, or did you learn anything from your mistakes today? What new thing did you learn today? And every day in the night, you have to write 3 things that you are grateful for. I am grateful that I am alive. I am grateful that I have my family, I have my profession. I am grateful that I learn new things daily. I am grateful that I have such a beautiful mind. I'm grateful that I'm creative. I'm grateful that I'm strong. I'm grateful that I'm sensitive. I'm grateful that I'm beautiful. I'm beautiful at heart. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. You have to, don't miss this gratefulness exercise. Please do not miss it. Every day write 3 things. Okay, today I saw a very beautiful butterfly. Today I saw a very beautiful flower. I saw a very beautiful sparrow. Anything. Today my husband helped me in the kitchen. Today my students were very interactive in class. Today I had a beautiful session. I helped so many students. So what were you grateful for? And what did you learn? And what are the top 3 things that you are going to do tomorrow? Top 3. Do not write list. And always, don't put too much pressure, but have a vision for yourself that after 5 years, I want to buy a car. I want to go to Europe. I want to become a strong person. Maybe today I have arthritis. After 5 years, I will ensure that my arthritis is gone. Essay, write at least 5 goals. After 1 year, I will buy a scooter. I will go something. Write 5 goals. I will get an additional degree. There are so many courses online. I will have a beautiful relationship with my husband, with my family after 3 years, after 2 years. Have a long-term goal so that, every day, that tension, whatever is happening, you feel कि अच्छा चलो ठीक है, okay, I am working towards a goal. I want to improve myself. I am not working for anybody else. I am working for myself because I want to become a better person. I have a vision. I want to become more balanced. And for that, what I am going to do daily. Suppose my vision is I want to become more balanced in life. I want to become more disciplined in life. So daily what I am going to do? Simple. Daily 2 things. I will read daily. I will meditate daily. Only simple 2 things. And then track it. Every day I will read 5 pages and I will meditate for 5 minutes before sleeping. And then write it in a chart paper, stick it on the bedroom, write the dates 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and tick it. It's okay. If you miss it, it's okay. But keep it in front of your eyes so that you know. Has anybody read this book, Tiny Habits or Atomic Habits? Do you all read? What are your hobbies? Apart from your profession and personal life, what are your hobbies? What are some hobbies? Please tell me. Gardening, great, great. Oxygen plants, do you all know about oxygen plants? These plants give a lot of oxygen. Gardening, crochet, great. My mom does crochet. Doodling and art therapy or color therapy is very good for handling your emotions. Spider plant, and that's a snake plant. Cooking different dishes, great. Trying something new. Family time. Do you all have family time? Okay, it's a spider plant. Okay. Do you all have family time? Do you do anything as an activity every day? Every day, like every day I play Uno. Or every day I have a video. Sorry, every day I have a video call with my mom. So these are called rituals. What are rituals? Rituals are activities that you do every day. They are called rituals or routine. Correct? Every day you can play a small game, 10 minutes game. Every day you can have a small video call with your family. And for yourself, you can read and meditate. For self-care, you can read and meditate. And you can write affirmations. Suppose you are confused or suppose you are very in tension or fear. You write that God is with me. I am a strong person. I love and approve of myself. This is a very strong affirmation. I love and approve of myself. What does that mean? I love and approve of myself. What does that mean? So I love and approve of myself is, there are a lot of negative beliefs inside me. When I was small, maybe somebody told me ki, "Arey, you're not a good communicator." Okay. Or maybe somebody, when you wanted to give ideas, somebody in your family did not let you speak. So these are all negative beliefs that have gone inside in your subconscious mind. Okay, and your negative beliefs will run your life. If you feel that you don't deserve love, then you will not get love. If you believe that life is struggle, then it will be struggle. So you have to write affirmations for what you want. You have to do meditations. You have to visualize. Okay, so if I believe that, I am very childish, I don't eat the right food. Maybe because as a child, I was allergic to my mom's milk and I did not get good nutrition. So that is why now I'm eating a lot. Because maybe I had a very controlling childhood and now I'm rebelling. So all these are emotional issues, emotional blockages inside you. How can you heal that? How can you remove that? So you talk to yourself like an adult. You tell yourself that, okay, now I'm an adult. Now I can take my own decisions. As a child, whatever happened, happened. I had no control on that. Okay, I still feel the fear because that emotions are there inside me. I accept that I still feel the fear, but I will not act on that emotion. Emotions will come to me also, come to you also. Do not act on it. Only act on the positive. Negative emotions, ignore. Talk to your emotions. That listen, I know that you are fear. You have come here to stop my growth or make me anxious. I know who you are. I am not going to act on you. Okay, so talk to yourself in a very loving language. Talk to yourself. Be a very loving parent to yourself. Make yourself secure. Make yourself confident. Understand what you like, what you love to do. Do not compare yourself with anybody else. You have a different purpose in this life. You are a different person. Everybody is different. Do not compare your journey, your nature to anybody else, and don't let others decide for you. Because when you become insecure, you know what happens? When I become insecure, when there is a lot of pain inside me, then what will I do? I will remove the pain on somebody else, and the cycle will not stop. Insecure people, what they do, they start competing. Either they will start competition or comparison, or they will try to control somebody else, or they will try to clone. You know what is clone? Clone is, I don't like to eat, I eat a lot of bread, so my child will also eat a lot of bread. Making your child exactly like you, expecting that what you are doing is right. No, you are different. There is a lot of negative conditioning that has gone into your mind. Forgive, forget. You have to forgive. We are going to do a small meditation exercise on forgiveness. Okay, because until the time you don't forgive, you're blocking your own growth. Because what is hurting you, you will keep on attracting more of that kind of experiences. If somebody has emotionally hurt you a lot and you keep on thinking about that, then you will meet more people who will emotionally hurt you. Why? Because you are thinking about that unconsciously, and you believe that I deserve pain. Okay. So there are a lot of affirmations and meditations, but you have to do it over a period of 6 months at least. You can't do it one day and then forget. So keep doing it. Try to be aware. Just be aware and be in this present moment. Try to understand that sometimes I am also getting angry. Sometimes I am also projecting my fears onto others. Maybe I am angry, but I am telling, no, I am not angry. You are angry. I go into the advising mode. So insecurity. So you have to remove all the pain, forgive everybody, forgive yourself. Because if you're guilty of anything all the time, then you are going to attract a lot of pain. So remove all the guilt. Okay, you did something bad, it's okay. Everybody does mistakes. Correct? Now that I know that I made this mistake, I will try and not make the mistake in future. Now that I know better, I will do better. Now that I know better, I will do better. Correct? And do you know what are toxic people? Have you heard what are toxic people? Okay, anybody?
Ma'am, people who communicate always negatively. Like when we talk to them, a lot of negative energy is passing on to us also.
One of yes, negativity. They for them life is like a competition. So if you are working together and if you are happy, they will not be happy. So it is like win-lose.
They try to lower you down.
Yes, so it is win-lose mentality. So it's like if you win, I lose. It's not like that. Both can win, right? It's you have to move towards a win-win mentality. You also win, I also win. We together, if we can come together and do something great, if we can collaborate, great. Otherwise, no deal. So it's win-win or no deal, but not win-lose. Why are they win-lose? Because they are very insecure. They feel that, Arey, there is only this much. The plate is very small. So if Neha is happy, then I can't be happy. They feel that they have the scarcity mentality. They are close-minded. Whatever is going on in the mind, they will keep on doing that like a robot. They will not sit down, analyze, somewhere I'm going wrong. Let us be open. Let Neha do what she wants. I will do what I want. That is called being open-minded. Maybe I can learn something new from Neha. Maybe Neha can learn something new from me. Maybe we can grow together. So instead of learning from each other, they attack. So they pull down because of their own insecurity. Okay, so somewhere you have to handle these people. They are not going to go away. And how do you handle such people in your life? How do you handle them?
Avoid their presence sometimes, trying to avoid them.
If you can't avoid, then there's one thing that you have to do. What is that? If you can't avoid, you can't avoid. Many times you can't avoid. Where will you go? Everywhere there are toxic people.
Ignore them.
Ignore. There is a word called as boundaries.
Yeah.
Draw your boundaries.
Yeah, sure.
Correct? So they should know that this cannot, there has to be a boundary. I hope you're getting my point. Okay. So start making some boundaries for yourself. Okay, like if you want half an hour for yourself, make it very clear that half an hour I'm going to take for myself. And then stick to it. Okay. I'm going to also tell you that making a bond or a rapport or trust with somebody takes a lot of time. What helps in making trust with somebody? Trust building.
Sincerity.
Sincerity. It's the small things. It's not the grand gestures that matter. It's the small things. So I'm going to give you a small homework that anybody in your life that you love or you care for, what are the small moments that you enjoyed with that person, or that person must have appreciated you and you still remember? Maybe it's your teacher. Like I had a teacher. I actually am from a very small village. Then I came to a big city. I was put in a very big school. From a small village to a very big school in a convent school. I was a very shy child. I used to not talk. There was a teacher, I remember, Mrs. Sandra. When I came first, and I used to not talk, but I used to always come first in class. So when I came first, she actually called me in front of the whole class and she asked me that, where are you from? It is a very big thing, no? So in front of the whole class, she appreciated and she asked me, where are you from? What village have you come from? What was your school? So I felt appreciated. I felt seen. I felt understood. So these are the small things, you know. So this homework is for you. Go home after this class. Please sit down and write a small poem or write anything. Anybody whom you love or care for, what are the moments that you have truly enjoyed with them? And understand these are not the big moments when they gave you a diamond or they gave you a necklace. These are the small moments when they made you smile and they made you laugh and they appreciated you. So please write down a small thank you note, 4 lines for anybody. For yourself also you can write. Okay. Write all your strengths. That Neha, thank you for being so strong. Thank you for actually, you know, it's in so much stress, you're taking care of everybody. So write 4 lines for yourself, write 4 lines for somebody you love. That's your homework. And lastly, now can we move on to the meditation, because I think we have run over the class. It's 6:15. We can start the meditation. Everybody with me? Or we should do a small activity. Can I see your videos? Can you put the videos on? Thank you so much. Can you all put the videos on? Let's do the meditation. Please, everybody close your eyes. You will like it. It will be a nice self-care activity for you. It's last 5 minutes. Calm down, relax. Just forget everything. Forget everything that you have learned till now. It is there in your mind. It will not go anywhere. Just relax. And I will send you the notes also. So just relax and close your eyes. Please close your eyes. Relax. Can you all sit in some meditative posture? Something like, you know, a dhyan mudra or something like that. And we'll start the meditation. Imagine a soft white light releasing from your heart chakra. From your heart, there is a soft white light that is coming out. This light is made for compassion and for forgiveness. Remember a person or incident that has caused you great grief in the past. Your mind will automatically go to negative emotions. Do not go to negative emotions. Focus on that person who has hurt you or that incident. Just imagine that a soft white light is coming out from your heart chakra, which is near your heart. That light is covering that person. That light is covering yourself completely. From head to bottom, that light has covered you, has covered that person. If you experience guilt because you did something wrong, then visualize forgiving yourself. Let the shower of white light remove all the anger and the guilt and the negativity. Visualize that you're completely calm and completely in the white light. Do not hesitate to engage in self-dialogue. Talk to yourself in a loving tone. Talk. Your focus should not go in a negative way. It is not about right or wrong. It is just about forgiving for your own selfish reasons. Once you forgive, you're free. Once you forgive, you're free to glow and to grow. Clean it up. Clean the whole canvas of images. Now, since you're forgiven, जो आप incident याद कर रहे थे, whatever negative incident you were remembering, you have forgiven that. It has gone, completely vanished. Now you have a blank canvas in front of you. Now you can paint the canvas with whatever you want. Imagine whatever you want. What do you want to do in the night? What do you want to do? Go on a trip. Just imagine. Imagine being happy. Imagine living your dream. Imagine being healthy. Imagine being flat, having a flat belly and going on a trek with your family or with your friends or having wine. Just imagine whatever you want. Imagine that you're going for a marathon and you have a flat body and you are healthy, you're fit. More than flat belly, you are fit, you're happy. Take a few deep breaths. Again, take a few deep breaths. Just inhale. Your exhale should be longer than the inhale. And if you can, please hold the breath also. Pranayama is very important, especially now. Just inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Slowly open your eyes, and if you believe in God, say a small prayer and say thank you one last time. Okay? So everybody, you can do this meditation daily at the end of the day. It's called a visualization chakra healing, heart chakra healing practice. It will help you in opening up your heart chakra, in forgiveness, in empathy, which was a major topic that we discussed today. So emotional intelligence, this is just the tip of emotional intelligence, just the basics. Emotional intelligence and spirituality and self-care and holistic health is very deep. And we will keep having more such sessions. But you all have been a great audience. And you can just dance, your favorite step. What is your favorite step? Can anybody show me? Can anybody show me their favorite step? Come on. You have to be confident as teachers. What's your favorite step? Like if you have to sing, you know, I'm happy and confident, I'm happy and confident, I'm happy and confident. What step can you do? Can we do it together? Just to end the session on a high note. So Ganpati dance is my favorite, and whenever I'm low, I just start dancing and jumping. That's the best way to remove negative energy from your body. And then do some yoga and pranayam. And yeah, best pranayama for detoxing your mind and body is Anulom Vilom. Okay? Best. And if you can't do anything else, just do Anulom Vilom and do Surya Namaskar. Do some stretching and do Surya Namaskar. Okay? So till next time, thank you so much everybody. And please take care and do the homework.